Oh ho ho ho, here it comes! Literally less than an hour ago, Russian air defense system intercepted something above Crimean Bridge. In addition to that, right now several explosions are heard from Belbek airport in Crimean Peninsula. And in addition to that, several reports claim that Putin started hinting us about the peace talks. But more about all of this in just a couple of minutes. What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude. And let's go straight to the main event of the day, which is suspicious activity next to Crimean Bridge. And so, as you can see from this video, Russian air defense system intercepted something. According to the representative of Crimean Peninsula, this was just Ukrainian drone. And since this thing just happened recently, there is still no official confirmation from Ukraine. In addition to that, Ukraine has signed a deal with ICI about renting one of their ultra-high definition satellites. As you can see from this picture of Crimean Bridge, you can see the example of the images that this satellite can take. The resolution is outstanding 25 centimeters per just 1 pixel, and Ukraine is planning to use this satellite to observe the Crimean Bridge, which just once again confirms the seriousness of Ukraine's intention to destroy it. But the good news don't stop here, because in this video, which came to us from Межводне, we can also see that something is on fire. And yet several more explosions were heard in the Russian airbase, which is located in Belbek airport in the south of Crimea. As for now, Russia only confirmed one explosion, and this was basically the interception of Ukrainian drone. But local residents report that there were 4 explosions. And as you can see from this satellite image from Belbek airport, Russians had decent number of planes stored there. Okay, right before I talk about the alleged provocation that Russia is planning to do on Zaporozhye nuclear power plant tomorrow, here are the potential reasons why Ukraine increased its intensity of attacks on Crimean Peninsula. First of all, today America officially allowed Ukraine to use Western weapons in Crimea, and they basically said that they see no problems in this because Ukraine is going to be self-defending. Wink wink. In addition to that, approximately 20 government and military representatives have sent a letter to President Biden about sending extended-range missiles for HIMARS as soon as possible. What they mean by that is that right now Russia is extremely vulnerable in the south, and now is the time for Ukraine to inflict maximum damage. Alright, and now let's talk about the potential provocation on Zaporozhye nuclear power plant tomorrow, and while I'm doing this, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel if you like this style of daily updating. Alright, it all actually started with the statement by the Ministry of Defense of Russia is that Ukraine is preparing a provocation on this nuclear power plant. But what actually happened according to the Ukrainian intelligence is that right before this announcement, Russia evacuated the majority of its personnel from this territory. Okay, and before I talk about Putin, who is hinting us that probably he wants to have some peace talks, here is a quick update from Kharkiv. And unfortunately, this night and early morning, Russians were shelling this city several times. As you can see from this video, there was a massive explosion in the city. Right here are the consequences of these attacks, and one of the buildings that was destroyed was a dormitory. Another target that was destroyed as a result of Russian shelling was a residential building. And if we go a little bit to the south to this small village of Krasnograd, we can see that the entire neighborhood has been severely damaged. All this potentially is the practice of Russia before massive provocation next week on August 24th, which is the Independence Day for Ukraine, where according to the military expert Oleg Zhdanov, Russia can simultaneously attack Ukraine from 3 sides. And he thinks that these attacks will come from the territory of Russia, Belarus and Black Sea at the same time. But Ukraine did not leave these attacks without an answer. As you can see from this video, they were able to destroy a military warehouse of Russians in Timonova. And in addition to that, another military warehouse was destroyed in Belgorod region. And finally, one more explosion was recorded on video from the Russian air base in Stary Oskol. And if you want to see more videos like this, especially the ones which I was not able to use in my today's episode, please consider checking my Patreon. All the proceeds will be donated to Ukraine, and you can find all the useful links down below. Alright, and now let me quickly summarize for you extremely important started negotiations which happened today in Lviv between the President of Turkey Recep Erdogan, the Secretary General of the United Nations Antonio Guterres, and the President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky. Even though these were relatively quick negotiations, the side agreed upon many things. First of all, the United Nations agreed to provide security and demilitarization for Zaporozhye nuclear power plant. Second, Turkey and Ukraine signed a memorandum about the post-war reconstruction of Ukraine. Third, President Zelensky and Antonio Guterres agreed that they need to continue developing the grain export from Ukraine. In addition to that, President Zelensky also asked the United Nations to help them recover Ukrainian prisoners of war. In addition to that, all three of them agree that this war must be solved through diplomatic measures and peace talks. And what's very interesting about this is that recently Turkish media acknowledged that President Putin kinda asked President of Turkey Recep Erdogan to talk with Zelensky about peace talks. And most likely it was something like this. "No come on, Recep, can you talk with this annoying Zelensky? He does not want to give up. Me strong, Ukraine weak, we need to win, but we cannot say that we want peace talks, so please do it for us." But anyways, President Zelensky still mentioned that these peace talks will only be possible as soon as Russian soldiers leave entire Ukraine. This definitely shows us the confidence of Ukraine, and it is also confirmed by the Minister of Foreign Affairs Dmitry Kuleba. What he basically means is that during this meeting, not a single side was pushing Ukraine to give up something just so they can satisfy Russia. And if you want to support my work, please consider becoming my channel member. Thank you so much for your attention, stay safe, and see you tomorrow.